Welcome to the Exposer. So Armstrong Martins, former X Factor contestant and Spac Nation pastor, has been abusing his power as an X Factor contestant to target and to also use young vulnerable fans in order to give him money, in order to fund his lifestyle for Spac Nation also. He emotionally abused them and has manipulated them into taking out thousands, tens of thousands of loans for him, and also to buy him gifts. He's got some of them in debt and has taken out more loans without their permission, which is illegal. And he's also been using the bank details to fund for his lifestyle. Something many Spac Nation pastors have done. So this definitely shows people that this is a system that's in place in that cult that most of the members are using. So they're targeting people, vulnerable people, and forming some sort of friendship or relationship with them, and then using that to their advantage and getting them comfortable enough and persuading them to take out loans for them. And what they tend to do is save that person's bank details, allegedly, and then go behind their back to take out more loans. We've seen on Panorama, a young lady said the same thing without her permission, without her knowing. And Armstrong has been doing this. And in this incident, he's been using his X Factor journey to target people who are vulnerable, fans who clearly have affection for him, his music, who believe in him, and he's used that to his advantage just to gain money from it and to also fund Spac Nation. Now, the victims are now seeking legal advice, and they're gathering up a lot of evidence to take down Armstrong to court. Armstrong has refused to return the money, and he clearly does not know that living this sort of life will end up getting him in trouble. Some of the victims, because they have nothing to do with Spac Nation, he probably felt like he could get away with it. And he almost did. But now, he needs to get himself ready. Because taking advantage of people who only want to do good for you, people who really care about you, and to actually get these young people in debt is really something that someone that has a low level of IQ will do. So right now we're urging Armstrong to start paying these victims back before all of the information and the conversations and all the proof and the evidence that's gathered goes to the newspapers. It's already in the right hands, but this is a small chance for him to try and resolve it by paying back the victims whose lives he attempted to ruin. So whilst the victims ain't actually from the black community or Spac Nation, it just shows that the exploitation goes way deeper than just Spac members. This is something these guys have been doing. And if you've watched some of the exposing videos, you would see that we've mentioned how they would go to certain places and target people with wealth, or target certain people they feel that they can gain from. So whether it will be in business or anything. It may even be a friendship which they develop outside of Spac. And they always end up getting something from that person. Always. They never do anything with good intentions. The moment they approach someone, their first attempt is to try and get these people comfortable with them and sell them ideas, and then asking them to take out loans or guarantors or proposing business ideas. And in this incident, what Armstrong's been doing is he's been using the small amount of fame he gained from going on X Factor and promising some of these victims to help them towards social media things, and he hasn't even lived up to the commitment. He hasn't done anything. He's given them false promises and hasn't actually done anything he promised them. All he's done is deceive them and taking money from them and illegally attempt to take more money from them. The story is very deep. It's very sickening. If you guys knew the ins and outs, you'll be very, very worried. Armstrong has disgraced himself, and he's fully aware of what we are talking about. All the evidence is here. All the proof is here. But this is just a warning to Armstrong to make sure he pays back the victims. We know he can't afford it, but this is a time where Toby has to finally use all the money that his organization has raised for him to actually help Armstrong out of this one. Because what he has done is just disgusting, and there's nothing that can be compared to this evil act. He has done something really, really, really evil. And we really hope he solves this issue as soon as possible.